Now, there's Moon. It's another one of those walking with Moon videos. And it'll be fine, I think. It'll be fine. I don't have any snot rags, unfortunately. So, I'm just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe it on my sleeve. And then brush it off on some stranger. Oh, here we go. These are the great outdoors. Temperature claims to be about 12 or so. I can get along with that. Oh, what's this? I just had another notification of some kind of a messenger thing coming up. I'm not going to interrupt this great moment of filmmaking with a messenger, gosh darned bit of information. Okay. Oh, nice young man. Yeah. We're going to take a slightly different route to Tim Hortons today. Oh, beautiful. The sky's overcast. Oh, yeah. The puppy is doing his best, which is pretty good, you know. Yeah. So my friend Brian Silver, he gets a kick out of posting humorous memes on Facebook, and one he posted was what to do for fun and entertainment during this coronavirus thing. And that's to get someone, or to, challenge friends to leave a box of beer in front of his apartment door. And then he would spend time guessing who it was. Well, then he posted another meme about his recycling bin, which he filled up. And apparently the chap who picks it up, the recycling bin, had posted a note on Brian's bin with instructions to join Alcoholics Anonymous. So I sent Brian a text telling him that there's at least one person that he can take off that list of potential donors for all those beers. There's another person he can strike off that list, and that would be yours truly. I don't think it's a good idea to go heaping gasoline onto already out of control fires. I could be wrong, but my time as a boy. Oh, will you look at that? This coronavirus has gotten really, really serious. It would appear, I know I'm not wearing the mask the way I should be, but there are no humans around. It would appear that Bob's Johnny-on-the-spot toilets are now not available for the use of the general public or anyone else. There it is. Normally these are, but I mean, good heavens, can you imagine that? Why, it's just, now the town is like that. I'm going to cut into this little video later on a photograph that I've photoshopped several years ago, and it shows the public washroom in the park across the street or across the river from where I live. It's a lovely house. The last person who lived in there, she had a lot of silicone work done on her person, and bulging boobies and lips that are, well, it's just like a commercial for the Rolling Stones, only exaggerated. But it's a nice little house, and she didn't much care for it after all. She sold it again. I think the city bought it, or maybe the people who were building that luxurious condominium project. The construction is board and batten, and the insulation is board and batten. It gets bloody cold in there in the winter. I don't know if they're going to tear it down or not. But this roadway that we're on right here, which isn't officially a roadway, is apparently going to become part and parcel of the Gibberts condominium project. And I think it'll be just available to those users who live there. I don't know. But I think it's a nice stroll across or along the river. See, on the other side of the river, I don't know if you can make it out. Yeah, even if I slow down a bit, you might see some people walking across a bridge that has no reason for existing. As the one of the official walkways of Napanee, for which they disclaim any responsibility and warn people that to use it during the off season, that is when it's bloody cold and snowy, at their own risk. There is no snow clearing there ever. Our town fathers make sure that we the denizens, the citizenry are deprived of such wonderful public activities, and I suppose it saves the town a bit of money too, because they don't have to pay the infrastructure people to maintain the walk in the winter. But speaking of the infrastructure, I think they're the only people in Napanee who are still working. So they're lucky. They're lucky. All the people that work for the town, they still have real paychecks coming in. And so do I, because I'm a retiree. If you don't believe me, I'll give you proof. This is an old person, now getting ready for cigarette smoking mode. I will pause it while I light it. Filthy habit. Well. Let's move up to have a look. See. There he is. Okay, I'm gonna stop this right here. And we're at the A.L. Dafoe Purification Plant. They pump water all the way from Lake Ontario up here and purify it, whatever that means. I believe there's a little bit of chlorine comes into it, but aside from that, this water tastes absolutely wonderful. Almost, but not quite, Not quite as good as what we used to have at my parents' house, right down on Hay Bay. We lived right on the shore of Hay Bay, which is part of Lake Ontario, part of the Bay Quinte. And our well was dug, I think maybe, I don't know, 30 or 40 feet from the water's edge. And the water, was it ever wonderful. Man, oh man, it was so good. I used to take about 25 liters of it with me when I decided to go on canoe trips, like through Algonquin Park or something. Or anywhere, I'd take the water with me. It was so good. Oh, dear. Now, we have here, this is part of the Gibbard, that's one of Gibbard's old buildings. I don't know what they're going to do with that one. But there's the one up on top of the hill, which is going to fall under the horizon shortly. It's going up a bit of a hill. And this is actually one of my favorite routes to get to Tim Hortons. Sometimes I would encounter nice people. We'd stop and chat. And, most often it was just like this one. No persons, just Moon and myself. Moon and I were the only ones walking. Moon and me? No, me is the wrong word, so it would have to be Moon and I. Oh, dear. Oh, there's a bit of a lean here. Well, I'm sort of listening to the left there, to the port side I'm listening, and oh God. I'm also leaning to the left in the chair, which doesn't help the feeling of security one little bit, I'll tell you that. And here's the Defoe water plant again. And they have their chlorine and other wonderful chemicals delivered through this hole, and the hose connects to that box over there. So it's an attempt at efficiency. And then from here, the water gets pumped to various places, but they also fill up the town water tower and cell telephone antenna site. Oh dear. There are some nice things about Napanee, I suppose, besides the fact that I live here. Not boasting, not bragging, just telling her like it is. And that barn-like thing used to be a feed store, etc. A co-op. They've, you can see co-op. But they've shut down too. That's one thing that almost every business in Napanee can do, and they're very good at, and that's to go bankrupt. Or get forced out by the box stores. A very good friend of mine, a fellow photographer, he had a photo shop business for processing film and pictures and selling cameras and stuff like that. Well, when Walmart opened up, his business went from enough to keep alive on to, I better close her down. So, he has since become a devout, and I do mean devout, Justin Trudeau hater. I like the guy, but I refuse to let any of his stuff show up on my feed. Well, here we go. You'll notice that I'm crossing against a red light. Actually, two of them shining me right in the face. And there's this thing that says do not walk. Well, I'm not walking. I'm not. Oh dear. This used to be a Chrysler dealership. They went tits up quite a while ago. And good old Timmy's. Pull my mask up. See? I'm healthy. Oh. Okay. Oh dear.
You know what best date
Probably the end of the month.
end of this month or so? Oh, okay then.
I'll try and get out there to check to see if they put any more on the shelf or not.
Yeah, okay.
What are you looking for?
Oh, the Chargers, PD Chargers.
Yeah, same that you got.
Yeah.
A PD charger? What's that?
It's just a little charger about like that big. That charges up quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, for your cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's forgot to give you money to get the copy for the house.
We'll see you later. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we are. Come on, let's go in. I'm sorry. I should have been more aware. I should have been more aware. Street people, really weird, these two. Oh, yeah. Haha. Oh dear. Okay. All right, Moon. I'm going in this time. We'll get you your stuff, as it were. There we go. Open sesame. And I think maybe this might be just a good time to cease and desist.